Good morning, friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program that is organized by Shri Gyan Manjari Vidyapith. Friends, this session, we are going to move further on the concept of force and pressure. First of all, welcome to Science by Asha Ma'am. Now, in our today's session, let's have a quick look at whatever part we have done up till now. We discussed with this, that is pressure exerted by fluid. What is fluid? Anything that is in the liquid or the gaseous state, we can call it as fluid. The very first concept that we did was this, that is pressure depends on the depth. More the depth, more will be the pressure. So pressure at a point in the liquid depends on the depth. Next particular concept, pressure applied at a particular depth is same and equal in all the directions. In all the directions at a particular depth, the pressure exerted will be equal. The next we discussed what was this, that is pressure of a liquid doesn't depend on the shape and the size of the container, and we discussed this example. Here it is, that is pressure doesn't depend on the shape and size of the container. Now, very important, that is Pascal's law. So, for understanding Pascal's law, very small experiment is explained over here. Take a balloon, fill it with water and make the holes at a particular depth and then just allow the water to come out. You will see that pressure applied on the point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Okay, pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Very, very important law. And if we talk about its application, then with the help of just very small force, a large amount of pressure can be created in the fluids. Yes, you might have heard about hydraulics. Whole of the hydraulics is based on this concept of Pascal's law. But before understanding each and every of the other concept, we will first memorize the Pascal's law. Now, how to memorize the Pascal's law? Repeat it with me. Okay, as it is written over here, pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the direction. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all directions. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Note down this now, quick. So I hope you have noted down the Pascal's law. Once again, let's see it. Pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Pressure applied on one point in liquid is transmitted equally in all the directions. Now we'll see about how its example is helpful to us. Just have a look. Here it is. You can see this is what is the principle of Pascal's law. With a very small force over here, such a big vehicle is getting lifted up. How? It is just with the help of the concept. I will make you understand this concept. The pressure exerted on at one surface of the incompressible fluid, it is equal to the pressure exerted on the other surface. That is what it is saying. And this allows a small force applied to get converted into the large area, as in the hydraulic lift that is shown over here. How its principle is there, that I'll make you understand, and how its proportion is very important. Okay, so here it is. The hydraulics is full over here of, like, great important, and with a very small force very big things can be lifted. It's just the gift of hydraulics. The fluid is filled over here. Now, from here, force F1 is applied. The cross-sectional area over here is, say, A1. The cross-sectional area over here is, say, A2. What is cross-sectional area? That is taught to you. That is the front view. Okay. So the front view, that is the cross-sectional area over here. From here, F1 force is applied on cross-sectional area A1. Over here, it's A2. Now, we have to see how here more force will get applied. Yes, we will be seeing the same concept. How it will happen? As per Pascal's law, pressure is transmitted equally in all the directions. So over here, the pressure, whatever is exerted because of this force, same will get transmitted over here through this fluid. Yes or no? Try to think, try to analyze. As per what is said by Pascal's law, pressure is transmitted equally in all the directions. Yes. Similarly, over here, pressure will be transmitted equally in over here. So here, what will be the pressure applied? Pressure applied over here will be P1 is equal to F1 by A1. What will be pressure applied over here? Suppose here pressure applied is P2. Now what will this pressure equal to? This pressure will be what? F2 upon A2. Okay. Now how much force will come over here? The amount of force that will come over here will depend on the pressure, and we know that P1 will be equal to P2. Now you might be asking why P1 is equal to P2. That is Pascal's law, that is pressure is transmitted equally in all the directions. Because pressure is transmitted equally in all the directions, we can say P1 is equal to P2. Because P1 is equal to P2, I can write F1 upon A1 is equal to F2 upon A2. Yes or no? Yes, we can write. Therefore, F1 upon A1 into A2 is equal to F2. So, here the force that will come up over here in the upward direction, because of this F1 force, the force that will be getting exerted over here will be A2 times the pressure that is getting applied over here. Okay, A2 times means this area times. मतलब जितना ये एरिया बढ़ा उतना ज़्यादा फोर्स लगेगा, जितना ये एरिया छोटा उतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर लगेगा. So this is always kept small and this one is kept big. This is the concept which is used in hydraulic brakes and everywhere in the hydraulics to lift very big objects. They are simply using this concept, very simple concept. They just increase the surface area and more proportion of pressure gets exerted. So the force F2 over here is A2 into P1. Okay? Understood? Note down this quickly just note it. This is not there in your book, but we are doing it extra. So, I hope you have noted it. This is how it happens. Okay? Now, next concept, using Pascal's law, how its helpfulness is there. Here we are having the same thing. It gives us the mechanics to do great deal work with the hydraulics. The drawing on the left shows that we can lift large amount of weight with the help of just small amount of effort. We can lift 100 pounds by applying just 10 pounds of force to the piston that is measuring just 1 square inch. So this is 1 square inch, this is 10 square inch, the area. If this is 10, then what will be over here? 10 into 10, 100. If this is 20, then this will be, if suppose this is 20, then this will be 20 into 10, that is 200. So this is one example of what derivation we did right now over here. This derivation that we did, उसका ही direct application है over here. So this is what the concept is, its one example is. Note it down quickly. Be quick in noting. Note it as example. Be quick. The next one is this hydraulic lift system that we derived and we discussed. Suppose here the force is exerted, which is F1, and here the force is F2, and then this is cross sectional area A1, this is cross sectional area A2, this is the depth D1, this is the depth D2. Here is the working of hydraulic lift system. As you can see over here, the depth is D1 over here, and here the depth is D2. Now, as we have studied this, that force that will be getting exerted over here on the next side will be F1 multiplied by A2, that is the area over here, and divided by the area A1 over here, which is very less. Now you have already studied in your lower standards, that is efficiency is what? Output upon input, right? This is common कि किसी भी चीज़ की efficiency क्या होती है? Its output divided by its input. So what is the output over here? F2. What is the input over here? F1. Okay. Even when you are calculating the percentage, what is that? That is out of 100 you are getting this much. So that is a comparison. And in any of the thing you are having its efficiency, that is called as mechanical advantage. In physics, efficiency means mechanical advantage, and that is defined as the ratio of output upon input. Advantage कितना हुआ? Profit कितना हुआ? वो क्या होता है? Profit is what? You have studied no in your lower standards, that profit is the selling price minus the cost price, right? In the same way, what you are having the profit here, it is in the form of efficiency. And what is the efficiency? Output upon input. What is the output force? It's F2. What is the input force? It's F1. So in this way you get the mechanical advantage. The next thing that is given over here is a small part, that is F1 into D1. This 2 multiplication will be equal to multiplication of this 2. Okay. F1 into D1 is equal to F2 into D2. This you will study in your class 11. Just now it is just given for the reference, and it has nothing to do further. So this is the basic functioning. यहाँ से आप F1 force लगा रहे हैं, area कम है, the liquid is not compressible, so all the force, all the pressure will get transmitted over here as per Pascal's law. Here the area is more, so even the pressure will be more, and because of that higher amount of force will be generated, and so this is a force multiplier. And here is the version of it. You can see छोटा सा force हम इधर लगा रहे हैं, and there is a small piston. The distance moved is d1 over here. Here you are having the liquid which cannot be compressed. The distance moved over here will be very less, but the piston is large because over here the area is very more. So large amount of force can be produced that can lift even a very big object. बस थोड़ा सा ही प्रेशर देने का या फोर्स, आप थोड़ा सा ही प्रेशर फोर्स अप्लाई करो, एंड मोर अमाउंट ऑफ आउटपुट you can see that is created over here. All the hydraulic lifts basically work on this principle. Now this is what you have already seen, that is force increases with hydraulics. Okay, here you can see F2 is F1 times A2 by A1. We have already derived this content. Once again, the piston area, you can see it is A1 over here. Because the area is small, pressure is what? Force upon area. Pressure is equal to force upon area. So less the area, more will be the pressure. Because over here area is very less, more proportion of pressure will be applied. Because of that, what happens? All that pressure will get transmitted over here. Once all the pressure gets transmitted over here, what happens is the area is more over here. Okay, because the area is more over here, the pressure will be same. So in pressure is force upon area, area is more, pressure is going to remain same, so output of force will get multiplied. So in this way the force increases by A2 by A1. Lesser the area A1, more will be the force. More the area A2, more will be the force. This is the basic concept or working of the entire system of hydraulics. Go through the content once again. This is what we have done. There is one very small derivation that is given to you over here. As you can see this, F1 into D1 is equal to F2 into D2. Now how can you audit this? And what is this actually? Force multiplied by the displacement, that is work done. When you will go now in class 9, you will study in detail about work. So right now we will not go for the derivation. Just remember, and moreover this is only for your information. ये कोई भी चीज़ आपको कहीं पे भी एग्जाम में नहीं आने वाली है. It is just because we wish to learn little bit more we are doing this. This is its basic functionality, and this is how you can see the force will get increased. Started first of all the whole of the concept with pressure. Try to recall what is pressure. Pressure is defined as force per unit area. So this is what we have done today. Pressure. This is a quick review. What is pressure equal to? Force upon area. What is pressure equal to? Force upon area. Now, SI unit is what? Newton per meter square or Pascal. These are the two SI units of pressure. Then we discussed about pressure exerted by fluids. Now, before we see what is the pressure exerted by fluids, note down these 3 points, then we'll move further. Note down these 3 points quick. Note it. Okay, then we started with today's session. The session that we did in our last lecture, that pressure at any point, where does it depend on? Its depth. Where does it depend on? Its depth. Here you can see that in the spouting can the water is filled, and then what happens? The 3 nozzles are kept over here. Then if the water is allowed to fall from here, you will see that from the bottom the water that is coming out is in higher pressure. That is the very first important point, that pressure at a point in the liquid depends on its depth. Note down the heading again. Once again, be quick. Just note down the heading, that pressure at any point depends on depth. The next concept is as shown over here. It's this, that is pressure of a liquid is the same in all the directions at the same depth. At the same depth, the pressure is exerted equally in all the directions. Okay, note down this again, the heading. Quick. The next particular one, pressure of a liquid does not depend upon the shape and the size of the container. As you can see over here, there are 4 containers, container A, B, C and D, and in all of the 4 containers there is some fluid which is kept. The dimensions are different. Here you can see the diameter is dd, here it is 1/4 and here it is, and in between it is half of d. Then if at a point over here which is just 1 inch above the base, if we observe the pressure, then the pressure will be equal at all these points. At all these points the pressure will be equal. So again, note down the heading, be quick. So the next one, again similar one, pressure doesn't depend on the shape of the container. Whatever is the shape or width, the pressure at a particular depth is the same. This is the next particular thing, the same one, but the different diagram you are having, the diagrammatic view is different. Now next are today's content, very important content, that is pressure applied on one point of the liquid is transmitted equal in all the directions. Pascal's law. Only the heading is given in your book. Explanation on how the pressure is useful in the hydraulics brakes was taught to you right now. That is over here. We discussed. We'll get it soon back. This is what we were talking about. That is pressure that is getting exerted, it is equally in all the directions, and this is how it is used in the hydraulics. Once again I am teaching you whole of the derivation once again so that you don't get confused. Okay? So let's do. As per Pascal's law, we know that P1 will be equal to P2. That means pressure exerted will be equal in all the directions. So how much will be the P1? The similar will be P2. What is P1 equal to? F1 upon A1. For this particular side, if the force getting exerted is F1 and the cross sectional area of it is A1, then P1 is equal to what? F1 upon A1. Similarly over here P2. What is P2 equal to? F2 by A2. Therefore, the force that is getting exerted over here is what? F1 upon A1 into A2. So, the force exerted is A2 multiplied by the pressure that is getting applied over here. जितनी ज़्यादा एरिया यहाँ पे होगी उतना ही ज़्यादा फोर्स लगेगा. More the area, more will be the pressure on the other side. Less the area over here, more will be the pressure, because pressure is inversely proportional to area. Here we are talking about force. Okay, यहाँ पे जितना बड़ा एरिया होगा, similarly the more amount of force will get exerted over here, and that will be responsible for lifting heavy objects. Okay, you have already noted down this, but just read it. Only read it. Just read it. For kind information, this is not there in your book, but we are doing it extra just for the proper explanation of how the hydraulic brakes are working. Now, one more example that you have already noted. Here it is. The example, the very small force that is applied to a small area, it gets converted into the large force you can see over here, that is applied to a large area as in the hydraulic lift system. Okay, so again just read the content. So I hope you just read that example, and how I hope that you have understood how the content is. Once again, the concepts of pressure. Pressure is force upon area. Then its SI unit is what? Newton per meter square. Its basic applications, generally we talked about the Pascal's law and everything. We are already knowing how these things are important. Some of the important parameters about the pressure that is getting exerted by the liquids is pressure depends on the depth. More the depth, more will be the pressure. Then pressure also depends on, does not depend on the shape of the container. At the same depth it is equal, and then we saw how in hydraulics it is helpful in creating more amount of pressure. In our next session we will see on how the pressure is helpful in getting in the gases. This was all about the liquids. Some of the things that you have already done in your like when we were very small, that you are just sucking and the soda goes in through the straw. What is that? That is again one of the example where pressure is even exerted in the gases. So with that concept we'll meet in our next lecture. I hope you have understood the today's content very well. That's all for the content of the day. Thank you so much my dear students for listening to me, and have a very good day all of you. Bye bye.